What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing? Welcome to Vlog Palace. This is vlog number 9. This will be our fourth 10 games into the season, which is 40 games into the season. So we're going to talk about our last 10 games. I mean, it's not bad, 6-4. Obviously, the last two games against Milwaukee was the one that was really I was really into, to see how can we compete with I don't know if Milwaukee Brewers are an elite team, but they're good. They're a good team. They're 3 games over 500 and entering to the series. So now they're 21-16. But the one with the Orioles really surprised me. I really didn't think that he was going to sweep them. I thought, beginning of my prediction, I thought Baltimore was going to be the second best team in the division. It turns out they're last. So look at these standings right here. So Tampa Bay, man, they're not going away. They're tied with the Yankees. They got Toronto 18-21, Boston 17-22, and then there you go, Baltimore 17-23. So those are your standings right there. And I didn't think that Baltimore was going to be that bad. I didn't think that Tampa was going to be this good. So I was wrong on both of them. But listen, it's still a long season. Baltimore still has a shot, to come back. I know Toronto is working with a lot of injuries, and Boston was the one that kind of surprised me. I thought they were going to be good as well, but but the Yankees are good, man. I got that correct, right? Everybody, I'm sure most of the Yankee fans did, but there you go. So our last 10 games into this last 10 games. So we left off with Texas, the first series. We ended up winning those 2 games in that series, and then we lost, which was Elmer Rodriguez's debut. And I was really looking forward to see how he was going to pitch. I think that's the guy that Garrett Cole was raving about, saying that he never seen a pitcher like this, or he never seen like how hard he really throws and stuff like that. So Garrett Cole was really raving about him. Obviously, he didn't have a good game, his first start, so they lost that game 3-0. And then now entering the Baltimore series, which was 4 games, sweep them. I mean, wow, sweep them. And Judge always has a great history against that team, just hitting home runs after home runs. What do we have here? Look, like the first game we won 7-2. Ben Rice hit a home run. Caballero hit a home run. Will Warren pitched 6 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, 9 strikeouts. So I like Warren a lot. He's getting better. And in the second game, Bellinger went off. I mean, I liked how lucky we are to re-sign him in the offseason. Imagine we didn't have him. He went 4 for 4, 2 home runs with 4 RBIs, and Trek Grisham hit a home run. So we ended up winning that game 9-4. And in the third game, that's where Ben Rice hit a home run. Judge again hits a home run. Always with this team. Max Fried is starting to lose it a bit. Just a bit. And I mean, he's getting rocked here and there. I mean, listen, it's a long season. I get it. He's more of a playoff guy, I guess. He's an ace who dominates in the playoffs. Obviously, just that one game against the Blue Jays, but he had 6 hits. He got hit 6 times, 3 runs, but 6 strikeouts. But we still ended up winning that game because of Bellinger. We won that game 11-3. And then Jason Dominguez, I forgot about him, which I was really looking forward. He started off very slow, but quickly picked it up and started to get better as he was hitting. So he ended up hitting a home run with 3 RBIs in that game. And then in the fourth game, another dominated 12-1. Judge hits another home run. Dominguez a home run with RBI. And then Schlittler, 7. I mean, in his standards, do you really consider him having a bad game? 7 hits, 1 run, 4 strikeouts. I thought it was a okay game. The fact that we ended it with 12-1 game. So so we swept that team. And I think it was a huge sweep. Now seeing that Tampa Bay is not losing at all. And then now we enter another series with Texas. 3 games. We won 2-1. Game 1. 7-4, we won that game. Jazz, Goldsmith, Ryan McMahon each hits a home run. And again, Elmer Rodriguez pitched again. had another bad game, 6 hits, 3 runs, 4 walks, 2 strikeouts. And listen, I would give Elmer Rodriguez probably 2 more starts. You know, the next 2 more starts, I will start him again. Because, I mean, listen, he's a young dude. I think he's only like 22 years old. He was doing good in the minors, but, you know, there's a professional major league. So 2 games bad. I'll give him another 2 or 3 more starts. If he's not starting to see any improvement, then I will probably send him back to the minors and just let him get more reps, you know, pitches more. Or maybe he might end up possibly being a bullpen. I don't know. That's one of the things that I think that Yankees could improve on, maybe on the trade deadline. Who knows? But let's see. I'll give him another 2 or 3 more starts. So, but we still ended up winning that game. Then in game 2, we lost that game 1-6. Judge was the only one that got to score a home run. Will Warren didn't have a good game. He has 7 hits, 6 runs, 3 walks with 7 strikeouts. So, you know, one game, you know, Will Warren I liked a lot. He's doing good. I think his record should be like 4-1, I believe, right now, currently. So, in the third game, we won 9-2, again with Bellinger. No home runs, but we got a lot of runs here. Bellinger, 2 hits, 2 RBIs. Grisham, 2 hits, 3 RBIs. And really, it was a bullpen game. And the bullpen started the whole game. I guess you can say that Aaron Boone is really looking at his bullpens and see who he has, who's great, who's not. And against the Rangers, the bullpen only gave up 2 runs, so which is good. But the sad news really hurt me bad was Dominguez. He got rocked, dude. I mean, he ran into that wall, and I give credit and respect because he didn't stop. He didn't drop the ball. He caught the ball, but he got rocked, and it bothered me because, you know, he was getting hurt. You know, last year he got hurt a few times. He was going in and out of the lineup, and I really got hopes for him, especially when Stanton went down. I wanted him to play. I wanted him to play over Trent Grisham, but you know, when you're paying a guy $20+ million, you're not going to bench him. But Dominguez was the guy. He was getting better. He was getting hot. But unfortunately, he got hurt. So hopefully he heals up quickly. And that's when they started to call Spencer Jones, who I don't know very much. I hear like guys like BT and Michael K talk about him. I always looked at him. I mean, just looking at his size, you know, and his height, I kind of look at him more of like a contact hitter, but he could probably be more than that. I remember last time when BT talked about him, he was like a strikeout guy. He was okay on the defensive end, probably getting a little better, but I don't know. I don't know too much about Spencer Jones. I know I've heard of the name. There were kind of hypes on him, but let's see. I mean, now we're entering the Milwaukee game. The 2 games, which is the last 2 games, yes. We lost the first game. Max Fried had a bad game. We lost 6-0. He gave up 6 hits, 5 runs, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. And like I said, he's struggling. A big struggle. I mean, game 1 in Milwaukee was a struggle, but I mean, you can't really. We gave up 5 runs, but we didn't even score either. So the offense didn't really step up either. And that was Spencer Jones' debut, and he had no hits. And so now in game 2, which we went in extra innings, but we lost. Schlittler had a good game. I was a little worried when he got hit on his calf by a ball. You know, when they hit the ball, went right to the calf. He was stumbling a bit, but he still pitched. He did good. He only gave up 2 hits, 0 runs. I mean, his ERA is ridiculous, which we're going to go through later. And he had 6 strikeouts. And then Paul Goldschmidt was the one that hit a home run. And, you know, we had a couple of hits, runs there, but we gave up. I think we were up, I believe, 2-0, and little by little, Milwaukee climbed back up. Spencer Jones played again, no hits. So, that was it. I mean, you look at, we're going to go through the stats. I mean, these 10 games right here, Jose Cabrera also hit a home run during his 10 games, but he started to struggle a bit. He was at 270, went down to 250. Ben Rice has been doing great. Judge is doing great. Bellinger's doing great. He had a hot 10 games. But the last 2 games against Milwaukee was the game I wanted to see, because they're the second team in the NL so far. In these 40 games, they're the second team that we played. The first game was against Miami. That was on our first 10-game stretch, first 10 games into the season. And now we got Milwaukee. And Milwaukee was the one I wanted to see. And not just Milwaukee, but an NL team. You look at NL League, you got about like 8 teams who are over 500. You got the Braves in the first in the division. You got the Dodgers and Padres in their division. They're 1 and 2 right there. And then you got the entire NL Central, all 5 teams, about 3 games over 500. And you know, Yankees did play a lot of AL teams who in that league are very weak. You really got the Yankees and Tampa, and I believe it was Cleveland, if I'm not mistaken. They're like 1 or 2 games over 500, but it was only 3 teams over 500. And I thought Detroit was going to have a good year, but obviously Struble got hurt recently and they're not playing very well. So I got that wrong for now. Let's see, it's still a long season. Seattle was the one I got right. They're kind of having a step back, but still long. I thought Houston was going to have a better year, but it's still a long season. But overall, I wanted to see, can Yankees compete with the NL teams? My answer is, I mean, we only play 2 NL teams in these 40 games. I mean, I hate to hear people saying, oh, look, well, Yankees are not that good. You know, the only reason why their records are good because they just play majority of the AL team, which is weak. Let them play NL team and let them play NL team. So we lost 2 games with Milwaukee. And we still got a lot more teams to play, like Chicago, Pittsburgh, Dodgers, Padres. I want to see all those games. I want to see how real the Yankees really are. But overall, in this 40 games, I think we're well-rounded, great offensive. We got some great offensive team, great batters stepping up. We got obviously the pitchers. We still don't have Garrett Cole and Carlos Rodon back, so we're looking forward to them. I think Carlos Rodon's pitching the 3rd game against the Brewers. I'm looking forward to that one. But I'm really looking forward to what the Yankees are going to do in the so far rest of the season and playing against these NL teams. So it should be fun. Should be very excited. And let's see if we could really compete with them. And then so that's really what I have here. I mean, you could go through the entire schedule here. The entire schedule. So we got Milwaukee, the 3rd game, right? Then we got another 3 games with Baltimore at Baltimore. Then we got the Mets at New York Mets, right? At the Queen City Field, which, by the way, on Saturday, May 16th, I'm going to that game with my brother to the City Field, Yankees Mets. And then after the Mets is 4 games with the Blue Jays. So we got right here, what we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, and then the Blue Jays, 4 games with Blue Jays, and then after Blue Jays we got Tampa. But that's I'm gonna make another video for that. So I mean, the way we were playing against Baltimore, we'll probably smack them again. Who knows? The Mets haven't had a good year at all, so we could probably smack them. And then let's see how we're gonna compete with the Blue Jays. Are they gonna get their guys back or not? Let's see. So that should be another fun next 10 games. I kind of see them. Listen, I'm gonna give Baltimore 1 win, and I do see the Yankees sweeping the Mets, and I think we're gonna lose probably 1 game with Toronto. So I do see the Yankees going 8-2. Well, actually, we got Milwaukee there, so let's see how we're gonna do well there. But I do think we're gonna beat Milwaukee as well. So I got them going 8-2 in this next 10 games. So I would like to hear what you guys think for the next 10 games or what their record is gonna be. So now let's go through the stats real quick. So here we go. Ben Rice averaging 316. He's first. Bellinger's second with 289. Judge is 266. Rosario 265. Caballero kind of struggled just a tad with 258, and then Stanton was hurt and all. So you can see there. So really, the only guy that it's in his lineup that is not playing very well is Austin Wells with 183 and Trent Grisham 176. Now, for me, man, I would make Amar Rosario be a leadoff hitter. I really like that guy. He's a good contact hitter. He's not a bad defender at all. I would take him over Trent Grisham any day. And he, with Boone, he plays around with his lineups too much. I know he doesn't touch Judge. He's always batting second. Ben Rice, at times, he goes 3, 4, or 5. When Stanton's healthy, he most of the times does the 4. Bellinger does the 3 or the 4 or the 5. So for me, I would do Rosario 1, Judge 2, Ben Rice 3, or you could do Cody Bellinger 3, Ben Rice 4, Stanton 5. I would not touch those 5 right there. The last 6, you could do whatever you want. You could throw in Volpe, or anybody, I don't care. Those 5, that start 5 right there, is always going to be every day, but obviously they're too heavy on the analytics. You can always see moving around. So, but I don't understand why Trent Grisham plays as a leadoff hitter. So that's him. That's Boone and Cashman for you guys there. So, and then the next here, the pitching. Let's look at the pitching real quick. So you got Cam Schlittler with 5 wins, Will Warren with 4, Max Fried 4 wins. So Cam Schlittler's ERA is 1.35. Dominating. That guy's dominating. And then Will Warren is 3.4. Not bad for him. And then Max Fried 2.9. Not bad as well. And then so he had like Elmer Rodriguez start. Carlos Rodon's will come back soon. He had 1 game. The bullpen started. So. Ryan Weathers started, so he's messing around with that starting there just to see what he got, what he could develop in the bullpen, and that's about what I got here. So with also with Anthony Volpe now, I heard that he's kind of struggling in the minor leagues. They're going to probably see him we're going to really look close on him. I heard there's a rumor, I don't know if there's a report, that Houston was interested in making a trade for Volpe. I think I've given up on Volpe. I like Jose Caballero. He deserves that spot. They should not move him. And Anthony Volpe needs to get his game together. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's a mental thing or physical. I know he's hurt, so he's coming back, but I saw a play where he had an error, on the ground out. He's ground out trying to throw it out, but he stumbled with the ball. But Volpe got a lot of work to do, and if the Yankees still believe in him, fine. If you're gonna bring him back, I will have him come off the bench every day for the next 10 to 20 games, just to get and then do a pinch here and there. I would do that, but I would not automatically start him over Jose Caballero. No. That is a no-no. Jose Caballero has been playing great. He deserves that job, and he should end the season being a shortstop. That's just my opinion. All right, so that's all we got, guys. So we're gonna wrap this up. Looking forward to the next 10 games. So let's see how we're gonna do this game with Milwaukee. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everyone.